The most important London bookshop.
To East Croydon, then Red Hill, Gatwick Airport, Great Britain.
So this weekend I'm doing something very exciting. Hello, by the way, welcome. We are in fact going to London for the weekend, and by we I mean my partner and I, but you are also going to come along. As a book girly, one of my favorite things about reading is being able to be transported to a place and just like experience that place through that character's eyes. But you know what's cooler than experiencing through someone else's eyes? Read a book set in a place and then go and visit that place, so that then you're not only viewing it through your own eyeballs, but also through the lens of the characters in the books that you've read. But I can't go to fantastical places. I can't go to the War College in Fourth Wing, unfortunately, and I alas would not want to, because I would not live. But what I can do is I can pick up books set in real life locations and read them. So that is in fact what I am going to be doing. I've started this series actually already. I started in Italy. Look, it didn't go that well, but we are doing a take 2. The intention here is we're gonna read a book set in London while doing all of the bookish things. We're gonna go hit up London bookshops like Daunt books, and we're gonna hit the flagship store at Waterstones. You're gonna come book shopping with me, and just all of the different things that you can do in London as a book loving human. And at the same time I'm gonna be reading a book set in London, just to like capture the vibes. I honestly have been going back and forth about what book to read, because there are truly so many books set in London. It's kind of insane. I have read Magnolia Parks. That was a contender. We have Mrs. Dalloway, which is also a contender. Tale of Two Cities. It's half set there. Maybe, no, probably not. And then we also have classic Sherlock Holmes, and these are just the ones I've owned in physical copy. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that one. White Teeth, Zadie Smith. Okay, so there are too many books set in London. Honestly, at the moment, I'm kind of feeling more like a romance, so we might go down that direction. And there's even so many on that department. But anyway, I need to go pack. I will probably mull over what book I'm going to be reading. And yeah, we leave crack of dawn tomorrow. We've got a train. I'm based in Wales, so we've got a train all the way, and I think we're taking a bus down to London. So that is happening very early in the morning, and then we will be in London for 3 days. Let the games begin. We're gonna get into this book now. We've got 3 hours on the bus, so hopefully we can get a good chunk of this book done. Good morning. I am down at Hyde Park this morning. It is so beautiful, actually. So if you can hear wind, nature. It's nature. So yesterday was such a blur. It was such a big day. We walked around Hyde Park so much, and it was beautiful. And then we went to Hatchards, and we've got dinner, and just the whole day kind of flew by. But today we're out again, and we've also got tomorrow. But I wanted to do a quick little check-in. So we obviously, I
we did so much yesterday that I did not really read after being on the bus. But I am about 40% into this book. So the book Act Like It by Lucy Parker. It's a rom-com. We're following a West End theatre group, which is kind of cool. Which, if you know nothing about London, West End is like their kind of Broadway, like the States or New York. And so, yeah, it's kind of like the internal drama. Our FMC, she used to date one of her co-stars, I guess, but they broke up, and now she has to do this performance with him every day, even though they're not together anymore. But one of her other co-workers is having a bad time with his reputation. Like, he's just being rude, and there's a lot going on with him. So anyway, the team, as part of like the cast members, kind of pull her into the office being like, hey, so I don't know why they picked her, to be honest, but they were like, can you please pretend to date him so that he gets a better reputation? So that's kind of the book, as it's a fake dating situation set within the West End. So far, I'm really liking it. I really like Lucy Parker's like writing style. She's just it's just a really easy comfort read, which was perfect for what I needed. It's puppy walking time. Yeah, so I am loving it. Today's agenda is going to be full of bookshops. Today is actually Alchemized release day. So I'm hoping to see it in the store, even though I have far too many copies being ordered to my house, so I cannot buy one, but I will see it in the flesh, hopefully. So that's going to happen. Oh, and then this afternoon, I know people are going to have very mixed feelings about this, but I grew up on Harry Potter, so bear with me, but we are going to the Harry Potter studios later this afternoon. You will come to realize I have very mixed feelings. Just know that we're in gray territory here. I am excited still, because the little inner child part of me just obsessively loves Harry Potter. So anyway, we're going to do that later today as well, and I think that'll pretty much be the whole day. So I might have a little bit of time to read on the train out and back from Harry Potter, but other than that, probably not much. Yeah, I really hope I'm going to be able to get through this book. But anyway, we're going to go see some bookstores, we're going to go to some cafes. I'm excited. Let's keep exploring London. So we've just spent the morning wandering around 5 or 6 different suburbs. I don't know if they call them suburbs in London, but boroughs maybe. Anyway, just through Notting Hill. We saw the Bookshop up there. Would really recommend. And now we're going to attempt to head uptown to Mayfair to go and check out some of the flagship bookstores, so Waterstones and things like that. So let's go.
Alright, edit Claire here. I walked into Waterstones and I forgot to record anything, but essentially, we spotted Alchemized, yay. But essentially this store is unfathomably huge. It is so large. This is the moment I realized it was 7 stories high. I am not exaggerating. So I blacked out briefly. That was Waterstones. And then next we went to Hatchards. These guys specialize in special editions and signed copies, which you can see on the shelf here. And it was very cutesy, very small, very classic English bookstore. Just very vibey. And of course had huge sections of London-themed books. Next up, this recommendation came from a book that I have read from Magnolia Parks. The main character goes to Patty and Bun very frequently in the 5th book, so I knew I had to try a Patty and Bun burger. So this is me, and it was really good. To wrap up the day, we went to Harry Potter Studios, and it was actually a lot of fun. I have such mixed feelings about this, honestly. I know there's so much discourse around JKR, and I am fully on board with all of it, but there is just there's a big part of me that is such a Harry Potter nerd and a Hermione fan, and it was just honestly to immerse yourself in this world that you spent years of your life dreaming about was pretty cool. But yeah, I have mixed feelings.
Okay, so we've been exploring London bookshops, but we are seeing the most important London bookshop, which is Flagship, obviously. This morning we are headed to Daunt Books, and yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I know it's meant to be really pretty, but that's about it. So let's go check it out.
So at the front here you can see it's all just general fiction, but then you go up these stairs and this is like the very iconic shot down the center here. What I didn't know about this store is as you look around, you can see that each section is broken up by location. So France, there's some maps there, and then we go to like Portugal, and then I think I went back downstairs to Southeast Asia. And it's not just non-fiction, it's all fiction books broken up by either the location of the actual text or where the author's from. And I of course spotted Magnolia Parks, and then it was time to head back home on the bus.
So that is officially the end of our London trip. That was a wild ride. However, that said, I still am only about 50% through my book. So we have the bus ride and the train ride home. So I think I've got like 3 hours on my book. So we're gonna hope that I can get through the end. But yeah, so far there hasn't been too many like London-esque places mentioned specifically, but the vibes are there. So, and yeah, just in general, it's still going really good. The chemistry between the main characters is really good, and yeah, London vibes are definitely there. So we can keep reading, and maybe we can try and finish this on this bus before the London trip officially ends. Well, that officially brings us to the end of our London vlog. I am home, but I have a few notes we need to wrap up. So number 1, Act Like It by Lucy Parker. I have to check the title every time because I want to come up with something else. For some reason, my brain just tries to come up with like Shakespearean puns, but no, it's Act Like It by Lucy Parker. That was a really fun read, really easy. I did enjoy it, but honestly, there was not much London-esque things in it. It was just very vaguely set in London. And, you know, they mentioned the metronome, which I didn't get a chance to go to a West End production this trip around. So I didn't get to go up around that area to like check out the different theaters. So that was a little bit of a faux pas on my part. But it was a really fun read. In hindsight, truthfully, I actually would recommend, like, yes, this is a fun read if you just want like an easygoing rom-com. But if you want like recommendations based on London and you want to get a feel for London, I actually was tempted to do a reread before I went to London, but I have so many books on my TBR that rereads sometimes just, we try not to do them too often. It would be Magnolia Parks. This book, this entire series is just living, breathing London. There is just nothing quite like it that I've come across. I did consider reading Mrs. Dalloway as well, which I didn't get around to. So maybe that could have also been a good one. But again, it's older. This is like modern London. If you want to like know restaurants, you want to know like very specific places, there's a lot in here. Like we actually, my partner and I actually went to Patty and Bun, which is referenced in, I believe it's Into the Dark, so the 5th book. Honestly, that burger was unreal. That was like so we were traveling with my partner's parents, and
I was trying to explain how I was recommended something, and I was like, yeah, I was recommended it. And I was like, no, I can't say I was recommended it. It was a book. It's a fictional character. And again, like even like the sign on the front of this cover, those signs are all around London. So that's kind of cool. And then last but not least, honestly, it was such a go entire weekend. I didn't really get a chance to like debrief as I was going. But when it came to the bookstores, I was blown away by Waterstones. The flagship store is genuinely insane. It is, I want to say it's 7 levels. And I'm not saying like 7 little levels. I'm like imagine an entire bookstore, but stack 7 of them vertically. That's Waterstones' flagship store. Then around the corner was, what's the other one called? Hatchards. That was pretty cool. It had some special first editions and things like that, a lot of signed copies. That one wasn't anything crazy special. Honestly, I thought that would be my favorite. But I actually think, apart from Waterstones, which was just sheer scale and crazy, I actually think Daunt books was my favorite. And the entire back of the store is all grouped by location, which is very fitting for this series. I feel like I could just go in there and be like, I'm going to London, and then go there and then have a look, or the UK. I'm going to the UK. Let's have a look at what books are from the UK. So that was really fun. And it wasn't just like non-fiction books about the UK. It was fiction in there as well, and Asia, and so it was wild time. So anyway, overall, it was a really fun time. I was kind of blown away with how many things I saw and experienced that I had known from this book series. So yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, I hope you stick around a while. And of course, most importantly, happy reading, and I will see you in the next one.